Guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. This is episode 2 of the Becoming Better series, basically. And I thought I had all this adjusted, so apologize, guys. Where we focus? Yes. So this is episode 2 of the Becoming Better series. And before I jump into this video, welcome to anyone who's brand new to the channel. On this channel, we talk about mindset, routine, discipline, just basically leveling up and becoming the 2.0 version of yourself, because I'm on a journey. I just quit my 9-to-5 to go all in on a passion, which is becoming a solo creator or having a one-person business. So I'm an online coach. I sell a fitness program, and basically I make YouTube videos to help out, I guess, people that are like my younger self, that are struggling to find purpose, that are struggling to find fitness. And you have these goals and you have these ambitions, but you struggle to show up for yourself. So that's what we talk about on this channel. And last week I thought of a series, and I'm like, now that I'm taking the leap to self-employment, why don't I just start? Sorry guys if I'm making a bunch of racket on the mic, but I know that the seatbelt, as it shifts, it'll pick up in the mic, so hopefully that's better. But with this series, I just thought, I'm like, man, I'm on a new endeavor. I'm trying to level up my character, level up my faith, level up my business, my fitness, just everything. And I'm like, why don't I document this to show people, exactly what I do? So once again, if you're new here, I used to work a really stressful management job. And I documented all the times I woke up at 3:30, which I'll show you guys the timestamp because I like to do that as well. We just finished up a leg day. It's 5:13, so I'm still waking up early, still sticking to the routine. But the reason I'm telling you guys that is because when I had a job, like, that was the unlock for me, is I started waking up early and pursuing my goals while the world was asleep, and I stopped making excuses and I started showing up. So each theme or each episode that I make of this, which is going to be 3 days a week. So I train currently just 3 lifting days a week. I want to make an episode. So each episode is going to have a theme. This one is basically going to be my exact bulking plan or lean bulking plan to build the best physique to date. But through that, I'm going to be talking about, my mindset, my routine, my faith, just leveling up, like I've already said. So, for today's video, I would have started it out showing you guys my leg workout. And then now we're on the way back home to make breakfast and begin the work day. So the theme's going to be on showing you guys exactly how I'm bulking, exact macros, all of that, because fitness is the foundation. Like, if you're trying to do anything worthwhile in your life, I can almost guarantee you and promise you that if you put your fitness first, it's only going to amplify all of that. And I don't know why it looks like much darker in here. Normally it's like lit up pretty good. So fitness is first. And so through this series, documenting fitness, documenting the mindset, today I wanted to talk about the resistance and what facing the resistance actually means. Because I woke up this morning and I was like, man, I guess I'll just film tomorrow. Maybe I'll just rest today and then I'll film tomorrow. And that thought came in my head because last night when I was getting ready for bed, I was a little bit late to my normal routine. I didn't have everything planned out. I started, trying to rationalize with myself and make excuses. And that right there is what you have to watch out for, because the resistance is real. Anytime you're trying to do anything worthwhile in your life and you're trying to stick to a plan and you set a plan for yourself, you have to be a man of your word. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, there's no quicker way to lose respect for yourself and lose that internal integrity than saying I'm going to wake up in the morning and work out, and then you just don't, you just sleep in. So when you set something for yourself, you do it. So I woke up this morning and the resistance hit me. And I also look at the resistance as spiritual warfare. It's the evil, man. It's the devil. It's those dark kind of forces pulling at you, because it's you're this person who wants to do these great things and these good things and become the best version of yourself and be a light in the world. And for some reason, it's you have these negative thoughts, this self-doubt, this anxiety, these things that like pull you back and they like don't let you cross the bridge, which is like the gap of like your old self and then crossing it to your new self. It's like, why is that, man? And don't get it twisted. Like, if you're a Christian, if you believe in your faith, understand that like the dark forces don't want you to succeed. They want to hold you back. They want to keep you from becoming a better person. So I've noticed with myself is like, as I'm facing the resistance, as I'm getting more comfortable on camera, like I used to never would have thought that I could turn the camera on and share my raw thoughts, because I used to care so much what people thought. I'm like, oh, what if a coworker sees this video, or what if people at school see a video, or like people that I know? And it's like, now I don't care, because I understand I get one life, and why am I going to let the opinions of others hold me back from a passion? And then when I'm like 40 and 50 years old, I'm sitting there regretting not taking action because of what Sally or Brian or some whoever thought about me. It's like, it's crazy if you guys are struggling with the same thing. It's like, I'm telling you, if I can do it, if I can go from being completely socially anxious to doing it, I'm telling you, you can too. But it's like, now that I've started taking these leaps and really trying to level up and really trying to help people and inspire people, there's been like a lot of negative things that are coming my way, but it's all about your outlook, and it's understanding that life is always going to throw rocks at you. You just have to get a bigger shield. You know, it's not that you necessarily just get like immune to it. You just get stronger. You just learn to tolerate more and more, because here's a perfect example. Literally the first day that I quit my job, in this new house that I live in, we're on septic, so we're not tapped into like the city sewer. And I go outside and our septic system is like leaking out of the top. So literally first day, call a plumbing company, get it quoted, $10,000. So called another company to get a quote, because these people just like looked at it and they're like, oh, you need this. And guys, I'm in sales. Like, I was in sales and landscaping, and I understand people trying to make commission and trying to like sell you the biggest thing. But the people, they just didn't come off like they really tried. They just like pushed their biggest package right away to try to sell me. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna get a couple more quotes. Second company I call, they're like, well, it sounds like what the other company quoted you, but if you live in the city limits, the city will not allow you to get that replaced. Like, they won't issue you a permit. So you have to call the city to see if they can now get you on city water or city sewer. So I call the city, have them come out, and then they quoted me $10,900. So I say all this to say is like, first day I quit my job, super exciting thing. Like, I prepared for it, emergency fund in place, like, you know, taking a like calculated risk, and get hit with that. So I prayed on it, I stayed strong with it, and I had another company come out, and they ended up finding that it was a $15 plastic float they had to replace on the pump. So this other company quoted $10,000. The next company fixed it. I think it cost me like $500 with labor and everything else. But I say all that to say is like, I could have let that shut me down. I could have been like, see, I should have stayed in my job. Like, this is like, these are the bad things that could happen. But instead I'm like, tell my girl this all the time, and I tell people all the time, is like, it always works out. Like, when you try to be the best person you can be, and you try to do good things, which we're all sinners, we're not perfect, but that's why you ask for forgiveness. When you try to do the good things, man, it always seems to work out. And so I didn't worry about it, pushed on. Okay, a couple of days later, wake up and it's super hot inside. And I'm in Florida, so like, we have to have AC, and AC wasn't working. So literally within like the first 2 weeks of quitting my job, some of the most expensive repairs happened. Once again, I'm like, it's fine, I'm gonna figure it out. One of my buddies is actually an HVAC tech, called him. He's like, dude, that's a $10 capacitor. So he came over, helped me switch it out. We were back up and going. But things are always gonna come your way, man. Like, you could be facing a lot of struggle, a lot of things right now, but it doesn't mean you let all of your other goals go, because what's gonna happen whenever life's a breeze and it's smooth and you're chasing after your goals, what's gonna happen when that comes at you and you're not prepared for it? It's like, always understand that there are, like, the spiritual warfare is true. Like, there's always going to be things trying to hold you back from succeeding, but you just keep pushing anyway. So that's the little car talk on the way home. I'm about to go inside and make some breakfast. The goal is to show you guys the macros, kind of how I'm planning out the rest of my day, and just further talk about the bulking and just getting more and more jacked. So yeah.
vision for your future, take it from your computer that determines its performance for all that we care about. Internal cry to break out of your conditioned way of living, or just a list of mixed priority tasks that need to be skills that are the pursuit of a goal.
So as far as macros, I'm essentially just aiming for about 3,000 calories, give or take a day, around 180, 190 grams of protein. And then the rest of those calories are then factored in with obviously fats and carbs. So if you're new to the whole calorie counting process, it's a super easy formula. There's plenty of calculators that can, kind of give you the guidelines. But essentially, once you know your calorie number, so let's say for me, on a day for my heart to beat, for me to breathe, for me to speak, for me to move, I need 2,500 calories to stay the same weight. If you eat more than that, aka a calorie surplus, that's when you'll gain weight. But you want to be careful, because if, let's say, my baseline is 2,500 to 2,700, depending on the day, if I increase it by 1,000, so I go to like 3,700 or 3,500, then you're going to put on a lot more fat. So the purpose of a lean bulk is just to slightly raise those calories to 300 surplus. And I do this by, like, first meal is going to be the chicken sausage. I did way too much sweet onion. Like, I probably won't eat all those, and I'll just maybe save them for later. But I can't eat eggs. I'm allergic, or that's what I would consume, first thing. But I did the chicken sausage. It's probably 20, 25 grams of protein. And then instead of the morning smoothie, and I will tell you guys why I'm not doing that, I'm going to do some organic strawberries as well as probably like 2 clementines. So normally my first meal is going to be the smoothie, and that's where I'll do like the prime protein, collagen, dates, honey, fruit. Just, it's like a superfood smoothie. But what I've realized is when I eat or drink the smoothie and eat another protein meal on top of that, it just really like weighs down on me. So I'm like, okay, post workout, post leg day, get in the chicken sausage, sweet onion, and then just some fruit. And I'm hoping that it doesn't just bog my brain down and I can go do my creative work. So after this, I'm going to jump over to the computer and begin to edit this video, respond to my community members and coaching clients, and just kind of do all my creative work. But you guys probably heard me listening to, that's Dan Coe. So he's someone that I follow. I also listen to Alex Hormozi for more like business content. So if you guys are looking for creators, most of you probably have heard of Alex Hormozi. If you haven't heard of Dan Coe, he just makes content for creators, for people running one-person businesses and just on routine. So his message aligns a lot with like my philosophy. And so early morning, I'll turn on something like that, and it just kind of gets me, I guess, in the flow. And it also, like, when you're, I guess, self-employed and you're introverted and you're not around a lot of people, sometimes consuming content is good because you remember that there's other people also on that journey. Versus, what do most people do? They wake up, they get on Instagram, they immediately see someone getting shot, they immediately see like a bear attacking somebody and a car wreck, and just like, dude, the Instagram Explore page literally will ruin your brain. It's like, if you guys wake up and that's the first thing you're ingesting and you're consuming, understand that everything you consume impacts you, whether it's the rap music, porn, just the vulgar stuff, man. It's like all of that messes up your brain. And so if you're going to consume content, which I don't really encourage, like, a lot of people are overthinkers, and I used to be one, and I used to just consume, like, now it's just a couple of creators, but it used to be like 10 or 15, because everything I was consuming, I was hoping to find the secret to actually like becoming successful or blowing up a YouTube channel or like making content or for fitness. It was like, I was hoping to find the one secret to getting jacked through all these creators I consumed. But I just found out, dude, it's not about the creators. It's just about yourself and you actually showing up and doing the hard work. Because I can listen to this guy, you can listen to me, but at the end of the day, you have to implement it yourself. You have to figure out what works. Like, you might try to copy my breakfast and copy my workout routine and all these other things, and you will get results, but your routine might be different. Instead of waking up at 4 or 3 like me, you might have to wake up at 6, or you might have to go after work. So it's like, get inspired and, listen, but instead of just consuming, like, actually implement what you're consuming. And so takeaway of this is just like, be careful what you throw in your brain, especially early morning whenever your like thoughts are the sharpest and like the entropy is low. Meaning like your brain power is really high and you're not as like foggy. It's like that's when you absorb the most stuff. So just like monitor what you're consuming is what I'm trying to say. So for breakfast, we got the chicken sausage, sweet onion. We're going to do some fruit. I stick to a whole foods diet, so I'll show you guys that. And then I'm not sure where the rest of this video will go, but essentially episode 2 of the Becoming Better series is just taking you guys behind the scenes. It's like you're hanging out with me. So appreciate you guys if you're still watching. All right, so we just finished up breakfast and I had some notes that I wanted to cover in this video. The main one being on what I'm gonna put on the screen somewhere like right here. And the first thing I wanna say, man, is I'm in no means ever trying to like call somebody out or cause like controversy or, you know, just single people out. Like, cause really at the end of the day, I don't care what most people do. It's like, as long as you're not harming other people, it's like, do you. If you have a different fitness philosophy or whatever, it's okay. But the video that I just shared, I was on Instagram, like responding to some people, and like I just talked about, it's like your brain literally gets pulled to that dopamine, and then next thing I know, I'm on the explore page and like this popped up, or maybe it popped up in the feed whenever I opened up the app. But it's literally a guy with like a kettlebell and a resistance band. And it had so many likes, so many comments, and people asking questions about it. And the reason I feel the need to like call stuff out like this is it's really the reason I created Average to Jacked, and really my whole channel is to cut through the noise and the BS in the fitness industry. And it's like, maybe that worked for that guy, but for the average person, for the normal person, if you think that's what got him those results, you've absolutely, like, you've lost it. Like, you're way off course. What got that guy results is him just simply eating in a caloric deficit. So I just talked about maintenance calories. Instead of eating more, this guy just ate less and he trained. He probably does some cardio. And if you were to see him in person in a regular t-shirt, like, he's probably actually pretty skinny. Like, he probably just looks like a athletic dude. He probably doesn't look all crazy ripped up. And that's what you have to be careful with on social media, is there's going to be so much like what I call the weeds, and so many people sharing routines, and so many people like trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, this dude literally has a kettlebell with a band, and it's like, you could just do cable crunches. You could do hanging knee raises. And once again, this isn't throwing shade or knocking someone. If that's how he wants to do it, fine. But for all the new people that you consistently spin your wheels and you never see results and you stay overweight and you never get to the body you want, it's because you're doing the dumb shit like that. Versus going to the gym 3 to 4 days a week, training brutally hard, doing barbell movements, compound movements, the machines to build aesthetics, all the stuff that I teach and I share on my Average to Jacked channel as well as in my course. So you don't have to complicate it. It's like, I train 3 to 4 days a week. I feel like I had something else to tell you guys. Like, I just have on here, stay out of the weeds. So when you're consuming on social media, it's like you're gonna run across more influencers, you're gonna run across more things. It's like, just stay out of the weeds. Stick to a simple training program. Pick exercises that you enjoy that are based around your goal. If you wanna be a power lifter, do powerlifting stuff. If you wanna get jacked and aesthetic and follow the training I do, then follow it. But like, don't get overwhelmed by stuff like I just showed you guys, because it's not hard. At the end of the day, the exact system, the exact step-by-step to getting jacked is go to the gym 3 to 4 days a week, do a minimum amount of volume. For me right now, it's like I'm doing like 6 to 8 sets and I'm still growing. I'm training brutally hard though. Like, if you're gonna do low volume, you have to train hard. Focus on recovery, eat whole foods, go outside, get sunlight so your testosterone's optimized and your vitamin D levels are up. Go on daily walks. It's like, none of that is resistance band, kettlebell, crazy stuff. It's like, social media has just been created to grab your attention. So all these people are doing stuff for views. They're putting this crazy dopamine music around it, and just like, it's hooking you, and you like can't, you know, your eyes are glued to the screen. And then you end up, instead of going to the gym and hitting a good workout, you end up in your room trying to do some crazy workout. It's going to do nothing for you, because those results were from somebody who just stuck to a diet. And so when I tell you guys fitness isn't complicated, it's not. Like, it's simple, it's not easy. And that's why I make this content, is because I'm trying to help people fix their brain, because my brain used to be broke and I was all over the place, always switching, and I figured it out. So that wraps up episode 2. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you want to see like full day of eating, like whatever you guys want to see, just let me know, because this is just basically to document my thoughts of the day and share what I think could help my younger self or help you guys out there. So the best way that you guys can show support is through simply liking the video and commenting, because that helps YouTube push it to other people. So end of the day, man, happy Monday to everyone. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.